Long live Daniel Farke and Marcelo Bielsa, the Sky Bet Championship and #X27 great entertainers. With another victory added to their tally at the weekend, Norwich remain top of the Sky Bet Championship and find themselves a comfortable 6 points clear of third-placed Sheffield United. Instead of applauding the entertaining brand of football that has helped them to sit above every other team in the EFL, the talk has been about their head coach Daniel Farke. Ian Abrahams and #X27 comments have sparked such debate online, with the TalkSport man stating, "I have to say that it's great to see Norwich back towards the top of the championship, or on top of the championship, and looking to get back into the Premier League. But, my argument today is that it would be bad for English football if Norwich get promoted, and indeed Leeds, but certainly if Norwich get promoted. It will be bad for English football if Norwich and Leeds get promoted to the Premier League #NCFC and #Lufk fans will want to hear this from at Broadcast Moves. Would you be happy to see Farke and Bielsa in the top flight? pic.twitter.com/ucotfors2j These comments have, unsurprisingly, caused a lot of responses. You know a tweet is good when it has 166 retweets and over 1,800 replies. Essentially, this has been said to either way it and #X27 is wrong, oh so very wrong. It and #X27 not just Farke that and #X27 getting it, so too is Marcelo Bielsa with his Leeds side battling the Canaries for top spot. They and #X27 also enjoyed a storming season and sit in second with a 5-point cushion in the automatic promotion positions. The two teams are in and #X27 just winning games, but they are doing so with style. City have enjoyed 3 consecutive games where they scored 4 goals in each last month, while Leeds have battered the likes of Stoke, Derby and, oddly, Norwich. Let and #X27 talk stats. Both Leeds and Norwich sit in the top 4 for goals scored in the championship this season. They and #X27 in the top 3 for shots per game, the top 5 for average possession, the same for successful pass rate. Norwich sit top of the pile for the average successful dribbles, while both are in the bottom 8 for unsuccessful touches leading to a loss of possession. To say that these two teams, who are not only eye-catching but also have the stats to back up their claims to be the best, are bad for both of the top 2 tiers in English football is laughable. They and #X27 looking to play football the right way. In an age where a ticket to a match is sometimes more than the average person earns in a day, we should be applauding those teams that are at least putting on a show for the spectators. Daniel Farke was brought in at Norwich to try and copy what was done at Huddersfield, where of course David Wagner came in and got them promoted. Abrahams continues, and he came into English football largely because Jurgen Klopp came in at Liverpool and was seen as a shining light. So German coaches are the way forward. Huddersfield, who of course went from relegation candidates to Premier League under Wagner and #X27 guidance. How dare Norwich have ambitions of a return to the Premier League and the riches that come with it? It shows a bit of a lack of research and understanding. Wagner and #X27 appointment at Huddersfield had no relation to Klopp and #X27 spell at Liverpool. It was down to town chairman Dean Hoyle and #X27 frustration with the merry-go-round of the same faces in British football. They would always end up being sacked by other clubs, but they wanted something new. It brought a different style, a different culture, and it worked. It and #X27 fairly clear that Norwich did have those hopes of copying the Terriers and #X27 success. Director of football Stuart Weber made the switch from West Yorkshire and Farke was also brought in from Borussia Dortmund. The summer of 2017 saw a total of 6 players join from the German leagues. The majority have gone on to establish themselves as first-team regulars. It and #X27 be easy to say and #X27 no. Those signings are stopping younger homegrown players from getting their opportunity and #X27, but you and #X27 be wrong. Last weekend #X27's victory over Bolton saw Todd Cantwell, Max Aarons and Ben Godfrey all included in the starting 11. You can also throw in Northern Ireland international Jamal Lewis, who has arguably been the best left-back in the Championship this season. Cantwell has burst onto the scene with Farke handing him his debut this season and has become an integral part of their attacking midfield trio. Only 4 English teenagers have played more minutes than Aarons. James Maddison, who made a £20 million move to former Premier League champions Leicester in the summer, praised Farke for the role that he played in his development. Speaking to the Eastern Daily Press following his move, the midfielder said Farke, was trying to keep me grounded because that's what managers have to do. I didn't think I needed to because I was quite grounded anyway. But just his man management to keep me going because the Championship is a 46-game season and it's tough. It can be quite tiring, especially if you don't get the international breaks to rest. He kept me going, my confidence was high and training was always good. I had a good season so I'm very grateful. Leeds and #X27, summer saw 2 permanent signings to the first team, Barry Douglas and Patrick Bamford making the move to Elland Road. Lewis Baker, Jamal Blackman and Izzy Brown were loan signings from Chelsea, while Jack Harrison is spending the season on loan from Manchester City. The development of some of Leeds and #X27, homegrown young players under Bielsa and #X27's guidance has been extraordinary, with Calvin Phillips the standout star. The midfielder had been a target of criticism from some sections of the Elland Road faithful, but his performances in a new role this season have seen him become one of the first names of the team sheet. Phillips has thrived in his deep-lying playmaker role, often dropping into centre-back when required to strengthen the defence. The majority of Leeds and #X27, creativity in the centre of the park comes through the youngster, and Bielsa deserves a lot of the credit for his development at the moment. Kemeroofin 1 goal away from hitting last season and #X27's target already. He managed 11 goals in 36 championship games during the 2017-18 campaign, while his brace against QPR last time out has moved him on to 10 in this Leeds side. It and #X27's clear to see the confidence he is playing with, which has often been lacking in his time at the club. He has preferred to play the striker role since making the switch from Oxford in 2016 and he is thriving in that position, establishing himself as a strong contender for the division and #X27's top goal scorer. So jealous of that Bielsa hug good Maurice https://t.co/ctet5b0099 reading the comments Bielsa effect #L loco https://t.co/vktqpqjwfr let and #X27 not forget the fact that Bielsa is seen as a godlike figure in some sections of the world. The amount of times you see top-end footballers expressing their love for the Argentine coach on social media tells you all you need to know. I don and #X27 think the Championship has ever seen a manager, head coach have as much worldwide attention as Bielsa does. I and #X27 sat in press conferences with journalists from Spain, France and Argentina all there to talk to Bielsa. The standard question an opposition manager can expect to hear is and #X27 what are your thoughts on Marcelo Bielsa and #X27, after facing his Leeds team, he is the talking point regardless of the outcome. Tyke Sports, who have over 1.76 million followers on Twitter, follow Leeds United and #X27's progression since his appointment with reports up after every game, alongside regular updates and videos on social media. The man has a stadium, named after him, as Argentinian outfit Newell and #X27's old boys play at the and #X27 Estadio Marcelo Bielsa and #X27. This type of appointment should be encouraged to help elevate the status of this league, not shot down with the weird belief it will hinder English managers. It does and #X27 matter how many titles he had in his career. We are judged by that, how much success we have, how many titles we have won, but that is much less influential than how he has influenced football and his football players. That is why, for me, he is the best coach in the world. That is how Manchester City and #X27's record-breaking manager Pep Guardiola describes Bielsa. Wycon and #X27 we celebrated when the and #X27 best coach in the world and #X27 decides to come to the EFL. It and #X27 not only Guardiola is full of praise, but Mauricio Pochettino has also labeled Bielsa better than the rest. He is one of the best managers in the world. The Tottenham boss has stated in the past he is like my father in both ways because he and #X27 is 60 years old and he is also like my football father. I have known him since I was 14 at Newell and #X27 old boys. No manager has the right to be in the Premier League or win trophies, especially just because they are from the country they are currently working in. Don and #X27 get me wrong. The likes of Chris Wilder, Frank Lampard and Dean Smith are doing great jobs with their clubs at the moment and have a fantastic chance of being in the top flight next season. That does and #X27 mean that we should shut the doors and prevent the likes of Farke and Bielsa coming to manage in the Championship. The football that both Norwich and Leeds are playing deserves a spot in the most followed league in the world. By doing so they and #X27 re-not and #X27 denying and #X27 spots for any English manager, so let and #X27 stop pretending that this is the case.